Hello, Little Mouse, Chapter 5, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork for the opening and thumbnail image by CandyFluffs on Instagram. You can check out a link to her Instagram and her store where she sells Miraculous Ladybug items in the description box below. Now then, if you haven't heard the previous 4 chapters, go ahead and check them out. Links to them in the description box. And if you are still listening to the intro, comment Intro Squad. As long as we're, helping the YouTube algorithm, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Now then, please enjoy Hello, Little Mouse, Chapter 5. Adrien Agreste at the cheese store. So, I'm gonna sound like a jerk for asking this, but I gotta know. Adrien began, watching Marinette stare at a display. Have you ever had cravings for cheese ever since you became MultiMouse? The long stare Marinette gave him as she turned her head reminded him of Ladybug, but that was beside the point. No, she sighed. No, I don't. She seemed weary, and it upset his stomach. Had she tired of him already? Marinette never acted like this in front of him. He'd only ever seen her body language like this in front of Chloe and Cat. While she got along with Cat Noir, she didn't sigh at Adrien the same way she sighed at Cat Noir. And now she was. She sighed at him like she sighed at Cat Noir. Why did that make him feel like he lost something? Well, I suppose that's perfectly reasonable, he tried, and he saw her jaw tighten. Yeah, okay. Maybe she didn't care for Cat Noir. That's a shame. Does this mean they couldn't be friends anymore? She stood right next to him, but all of a sudden, Adrien missed Marinette. Here, she said, pulling a party tray off the display table. How much of this do you think Plagg will share? Plagg? Share? For when I come over next time. Next time? She nearly dropped the tray, although he couldn't tell why. I mean, if you'll have me, she squeaked. I just, figured it would be easier for, MultiMouse to come over when the cat can't come out to play, you know? Adrien bit back a laugh. There she was. Marinette may have tried to play it cool, but it figures she could only hold her composure for oh so long. I'm looking forward to it, little mouse. He reached out and patted her head without realizing it until his palm was on her hair, a habit he'd wanted to develop after dozens of anime watching sessions. She physically froze at the gesture the same way his blood did internally. Whoops. Well, I'll see you tonight? She asked, looking up at him as his hand fell from her scalp to the back of her neck. Yeah. She sure knew how to make him feel better about his awkwardness. That sounds absolutely perfect. He expected her to laugh at his pun, but instead, her smile tightened. We'll do the math assignment, if that's all right, she said, taking a step back. 1 + 1 = yes, he said, shooting finger guns as she went up to pay. Ugh. Seriously, Adrien? Finger guns? Marinette is one of the coolest people in the world and you shoot her finger guns? Nerd. Dork. Well, either she hadn't seen it or it wasn't a deal breaker, because 2 hours later he heard a squeak from the bathroom and opened it to find MultiMouse wrapped around a faucet as Plagg cackled, turning the spout on full. Plagg! Adrien exclaimed, slamming it off with enough force to shake the hardware. Oops. Sorry, Marinette. She brought you cheese. While he shouldn't have to point out that detail to correct his behavior, he knew it'd be super effective. She did? You have a memory of a dog, you know that? Plagg gasped. How dare you? Those uncivilized monsters can't even appreciate Camembert. The insult proved effective. Hey, little mouse, Adrien said, scooping her with both hands so she could secure her safety in his palms. Thanks, MultiMouse said, a bit winded. Snacks and homework? Sounds like a much better time than this, she joked. Yeah, sorry about that. What, do I have to bring a morsel of cheese with me to secure safe passage? I think Plagg likes being able to pick on someone his own size. Well, next time I'll be sure to change the dynamic. Nothing like a little trauma to keep the Kwami away, Adrien laughed, setting her down on the piano bench. I'll keep that in mind. To his surprise, she didn't make herself bigger right away. Have you started the homework? Not even a bit. Good. Her grin lit up her face like it lit his heart. Me either. So then we can... Together? Only if you make a copy of yours for me, because I didn't bring much to this homework date. Her smile froze. I mean, party! A party! Just the two of us. Well, not just the two of us here. Plagg's here too, obviously. But, well, it's... A study date sounds good to me. He ruffled her hair with a finger. Give me a minute to make those copies, okay? With his heart light as though the dusk outside were the dawn of a new day, Adrien found himself with a new burst of energy. Be she MultiMouse or Marinette, her existence always brightened his day. Anyway, copy machine. Yeah. No need to get swept up in emotion when there's work to be done. He'd make the copy and then be back to greet the little mouse. There was no better way to end his evening than with homework with one of his best friends. What did she call it? A homework date? Yeah, Adrien knew he'd enjoy his homework date with little mouse. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 6 is on the way. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, comment homework date in the comments section. Don't forget to smash that like button, and I will catch you in another one. Bye!